Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I want to talk about why most sales reps, specifically in the high ticket sales space, are not making the money that they could be making. It all comes down to two things, guys. The first thing is mastering their skill. Okay, I can't tell you the amount of reps that have not gone all in on one skill. A lot of people say the best thing is becoming a closer, become a closer. But I know appointment setters who make more money than closers. But not only that, let's talk about, let's have a realistic conversation about some of the numbers. A lot of the online high ticket gurus are telling you that, you can make, you know, potentially you could make, 8K, 10K, 15K, 20K, 50K, 100K. I've heard all the numbers. But what's a realistic number, right? Now, we don't technically have the stats, but the stats I've seen within companies, working within different companies, working within companies that have 20 reps, companies that have 5 reps, companies that have 30 reps. If I were to look across niches, across industries, across the different companies I work for, and I put that all into one pile, it would probably be a pile of 120 reps. Okay, so if we just took a 120 rep sample size, okay, which is very small, I know that, I'm admitting it. I would say the reps making 20K a month is it's like 1%. It's like 1%. That's it. And then I would say the reps making 10K a month is probably 10%, 10 to 20%, right? Including that 1% that's making 20K. So I'd say 10 to 20%. And then the rest are all just scattered. It's some are making 3K, some are making 5K, some are making 7, 8, 9, some are making 10, right? It's just it's a mix. And what I realized differentiates the top ones from the bottom ones is those who mastered the skill. And what I mean by that is those who master one skill and go all in on it. I know appointment setters who make 15K a month. Why? Because they've mastered the skill. The mathematics makes sense about it. They're selling a really high-end offer, really high-ticket offer. They're doing great on that offer. And for them, it's really just mastering that skill. With a lot of other people, the main issue is they're not mastering the skill. What they're doing is they're jumping from skill to skill, thing to thing. And what I mean by that is 1 second somebody's doing phone setting, the next second they're doing DM setting, the next second they're trying to be a closer. Everybody wants to be a closer, but nobody talks about the reality of being a closer, that you have to sit down. You don't actually have the freedom that most people think that they have with closing. So that's all to say, guys. If you don't master one skill and go all in on it and master it for 2, 3, 4 years and really hone in on it and just go crazy with it, right? It's you start to realize, okay, I'm not going to make the money that I want. The thing that separates the top earners in any industry, but more specifically in sales, it's the ones who master the skill and really go all in on the skill. They master the skill and they freaking crush it. And then based off of that, they actually, build the rest of the foundations. And then you can go into high ticket closing, high ticket appointment setting. You can take a backtrack like I did, right? I did all the roles that you could do in the high ticket sales space. And then I decided appointment setting is my favorite based off of the information that I had, based off of the experience that I had. And so then I decided I'm going to go 100% into appointment setting. It's where I excel, it's where my track record was the best, and where I made the most money multiple times in my career. So just going off my career graph, I made a decision. But if you make that decision earlier, you can actually save the time that someone like me wasted figuring out which role is the best by simply realizing, are you the best on the phone? Are you the best on a Zoom call? Are you the best, in the DMs, talking to people? What is it? Which one is it that's the best for you? And so once you realize that, once you kind of figure that out, really from there is just mastering the skill, sticking to it, and then going from there. So again, guys, if you are a remote sales rep and you want help landing a role in the high ticket sales space, there's a link in the description below. I'll walk you through my system, my 3-step framework, which will allow you to land roles, get businesses reaching out to you rather than you having to reach out to businesses all the time, and actually, landing a role and building a solid system that allows you to book, um, you know, uh, calls with companies and possibly work with them. So again, if you're interested in landing a role in the next 45 days or less, or you maybe already are on a roll, but you just want a better roll, then yeah, you could just book a call and we'll talk soon. Talk to you soon, guys. Peace.